Welcome back. My last puzzle video did not go so well, as you may have seen. This time I'm going to try to do a little better. I still clearly need the practice. Okay, last time we did get up to 1934 despite some mistakes and some failures, but this time I'm going to try to focus just on the chess. Okay, we have been checked, but our pawn can capture the queen. I think that's best. Okay, that puzzle was only rated 1448, and the target time was 7 seconds. I spent longer because there are puzzles where it looks like the obvious move is to take the queen, but you're not supposed to. So it threw me off. I thought it was a trick. Okay, well, at least we got it. Okay, and here, do we have any checks? We do have one check. The king could not go there because of our knight, but it could go here or here to f7 or g8. So I don't know if that would be best. If the king, I know if the king went to g8, we would have the check here on f6. But if we checked on h6 and the king went to f7, oh, the king can't go to f7 because our bishop cuts off those squares, this bishop. Oh. So it had to take the knight, and then I think that's mate. Well, after we take this bishop and that bishop. Okay. Yeah, it hinged on me seeing that my light squared bishop cut off all those squares. And I almost didn't see that, but we saw it, and that was an 1839 puzzle. Oh, we got 12 points. Not too bad. Okay, again, we're going to take our time. This bishop has moved back to threaten our bishop. But it looks like we just have... No, we don't. I was going to say it looked like we had a thing here, but that bishop can come back. What if we take this bishop first? And then I don't think it matters which piece takes back. We will have this check, which will force the king back. And then we will have mate here after the rook takes and our other rook takes. Okay. Yeah, I did see this maneuver here, but I had to get rid of that bishop first. So that's what that one hinged on. And I'm feeling a little bit better already just because I've solved a few in a row here, despite the very, very bad performance in my previous video. Okay, here we have another situation that's very similar, but it's not identical because this time they have two pieces on the back rank that can guard against right there. But the first move with our queen would force their king to move over to h1. But I don't know if then that would be best. Because if we do that, their king is forced to h1. They wouldn't have any other choice at that point. But then I don't think we should follow up with the check here just because they will take our queen. And then if we followed up with our rook, they would take our rook too, and we would just be left. They would be left with a rook and a bishop, and we would just have the bishop. So I don't think that's good. So maybe there's something else here. Maybe after we take here, after we check here and the king moves, maybe there's something besides checking down there. Is there a way to sidestep and then do that with the... No, we can't do that with the rook first because the rook can't check from f2. I'm still learning the names of the squares. I know all the names of the squares, but I'm not used to saying them quickly just by looking at them. And I also have to remember which side I'm playing. I'm playing with black this time, so the lower numbered ranks are down there. So that's 1 and 2 and so on. Okay. Yeah, if they didn't have two pieces on the back rank, that would be obvious. But as it is, it's not obvious. I don't really see anything else because we wouldn't even be able to take this pawn because their queen guards that pawn. What else could we do? Okay, this one is stumping me, and I'm thinking that that's probably not the first move here. Maybe it's just moving this pawn up to protect the pawn? No, the pawn is already protected by the rook. Okay, I have no idea then. So I'm just going to go with the queen move and see what happens. Oh, that was it. Okay, well, I should have done that first. But again, this doesn't seem as obvious to me. What about my idea of sidestepping here so that I can use the rook for that? Does that seem reasonable? Because it doesn't seem reasonable to go here now. I just lose my queen. And then when I take back, they take back and they have an extra piece. So that's why I was considering sidestepping here, which would put my queen and bishop on the same diagonal and prepare to bring my rook down to f1. Wait, what about bringing my bishop down to f1 now, threatening mate here? Otherwise, what's my bishop doing over here in this puzzle? I think that might be the answer. If they take it with the queen, which I think they would have to, I think that would be the only way to escape mate here. Then I would win their queen, and if they took with their rook, okay, I think that's it. Oh, I'm surprised I saw that. And then that's checkmate. Okay. Wow. It took us a while. Oh, that one was rated 2155. I don't feel so bad. The theme was passed pawns. That is not correct. And I am going to suggest the theme that it was mate in 3+. I've noticed passed pawns is on a lot of these puzzles. Just because there is a passed pawn doesn't mean that's the theme of the puzzle. You wouldn't want to select passed pawns as your puzzle theme when you're working on puzzles by theme, and then get this puzzle, which has nothing to do with passed pawns. It has to do with checkmate. So anyway, that's the only reason I spend any time trying to correct those. Okay, I'm playing with the black pieces. They have just moved here to protect their king, I guess, because they thought I was going here, which was probably true, because that would have been mate. But was that the only possible? No, I think what they should have done is take my rook with their bishop. And then they wouldn't have been worried about mate here. But they made a mistake, tried to protect this pawn with this rook. So we know that's a mistake. I don't think taking it is the right answer, because if they take back and we play here rook to e8, rook to e1 check, then they can just escape to here, because we don't have a light squared bishop. So what if I take here? Now that gives them two options to take back, though. No, the king couldn't take back. Only the rook could take back. When the rook takes back, we would check on e1. Then the rook, the only legal move would be for the rook to go back to block. Then we would take this pawn with check, and I think that would be mate. Okay, it was. All right. Oh, and we got 13 points. Nice. This video is definitely going better than the last one. Hopefully we can hold on to that. And hopefully you guys don't mind me taking my time, because clearly when I tried to move more quickly, that didn't work. All right. I have a couple of different things we can do here. I think in a game I would be very tempted to threaten their queen with this rook, but I would probably just lose a pawn if I did that. As it is, I stand to lose this pawn anyway. I do notice that this rook is pinned. So if I check on d1, rook to d1 check, they could move out of check, but then I could check them here with my queen. I don't know if that would be the best answer. Oh, I could just... Oh, if they did that, then I could just take the rook, right? If they moved out of check, I could just take this rook, I think. Or that one. So I don't think they would do that. I think if I checked on d1, I think they would capture back with their rook. And then I would capture back with my other rook, and they would be forced to move here, and I would win that one. That's my plan. Okay. And now the question is whether I should take back or check here, or here. I can check on either one of those squares right now, but if I do, I think they can just move their pawn up, or they can bring their queen back. So I think I take their rook. I know they can check me, but then I will just get out of check here. Okay, that was the answer. I'm sure that that's what I would have done in a game if I'd had time to think about it. Okay, next puzzle. I only have one piece developed for some reason. I can threaten their queen here with a knight move. I can take their knight, which would result in doubling their pawns, and that would become like a double isolated pawn island. I could do this, but then I think they would just move forward in that instance, because that would be their only move that didn't lose their queen, and then I would go here, and I think their queen is trapped. I think that is the theme of this puzzle, is that the queen is trapped. Okay, that was it. And I think I have to just take the queen here. Okay. Oh, and we crossed 2,000. Based on my recent experience, my previous video, I'm going to stop right here and say thank you for watching. Even though this one is really short, I apparently had really good luck. That puzzle was rated 2090 and I solved it fairly easily. So I must be in a much better headspace this time than I was on my last video. So we'll see you next time.